If you have received a complaint that a coworker is complaining about another coworker's behavior, whether it's bullying, whether it's sexual advances, or just general unpleasantness, or yelling and screaming in the workplace, then the first thing that you should do is encourage that individual to report it. Now that becomes difficult sometimes because they'll say, well, I didn't know where to go. That's where your employee manual comes into place and your education of your workplace. And by education of your workplace, it's good for you to have sometimes meetings that will say, okay, if this is happening to you, here's your option. Look in your workbook manual, look in your employee manual and say, this is the way to deal with it. Now your obligation as the employer should say, I've got to have a process. One, to investigate this, and two, once I do the investigation, how to discipline either the individuals involved to make sure that it stops. Because that's your goal here, is to get it stopped. Now your employee manual should set forth the procedure. And this deals with, a lot of times, with sexual harassment, bullying in the workplace, or general complaints about harassment. The process is an investigation where you get names, you keep it confidential, you then do your investigation with either names, emails are sometimes a problem, and then you reach a conclusion. You have to interview the individual that's alleged to have been the victim, also alleged perpetrator, and get their sides of the story to see where it is. A lot of times you're going to hear the story. Oh, we were just joking around. Oh, that's just the way we are. I do that all the time. I talk to other girls like this. I talk to other employees like this. Not good enough. You have to establish a baseline as to what is appropriate in the workplace and what is not. And those types of conduct with regard to harassment, bullying, sexual advances, sexual comments, name calling are unacceptable. Once you've conducted your investigation, you then resort to your employee discipline policy, which should be set forth also in your manual, and say, okay, this is how I'm going to deal with this. And depending on the facts and circumstances, that discipline can range from a suspension, a warning, written warning, a verbal warning, or could result in termination, depending on the seriousness of the allegation.